I'm just gonna do like a side by side. This is at f2. Okay, let me go full size. This is f2. You can see 70mm at f2. All right. At the corner, you can see this corner here. Do you see lots of details or lots of, usually lens perform very well in the middle. You will see sharp details, but as soon as you go down to the corner, it will drop because lens is round, but sensor is square. So how you match these two together to converge all the light together is another rocket science. So this one is very good, very detailed. So just want to show you f2.8 versus, let's say if I stop down, f2, then 2.8 to f4. So there's two stop. So how you count is in photography. Remember, every single stop is actually let's say from 2 to 2.8 is one stop. Then 2.8 to 4 is like another stop. So you have two stops of lights. So whenever you close down aperture by 2 stop on most of the lenses, any lens these days, I mean the newer one, usually they will yield a bit more better corner details and the sharpness. Center usually now is very good, but the corner is a bit weaker on the maximum aperture, which is f2 example lah, but from other lens. But this one, when you close out to f4, then you can see how well it actually perform compared to f2. So okay, let me go to f4 for now, so you can see side by side. All right, left side is a f2 and right side is a f4. So if I punch in, I need to lock it. Let's say I punch in. So you can see the 2 and f4 is almost 90% identical, except that maybe the depth of field f4 is having a bit more, so you can see more. You can see this a bit clear because of the depth of field from how the physics works. Okay, this is a bit blurred because of f2, but never mind. But just to show you the details, you can see amazing clarity, amazing. Just almost like 90% is the same. All right, and then same thing to corner. So you can see f2 and f4 with this one example right here. So this is a cafe that I went. Okay, it's called Alf Cafe. So one thing you'll notice is this lens has a bit of distortion at raw file. You can see this is called barrel distortion. Anything that this whole cardboard here is actually straight line. So and then if you see there's the straight line, if it's like comes towards you like that, it's like a round shape. This is called barrel distortion. It's very common on wide-angle lenses, so nothing to be surprised of. So again, a lot of this actually can be corrected via the raw engine or inside the Lightroom or inside the camera profile. But the camera profile only works for JPEG. So if you want to fix RAW, you need to do in your Photoshop or editing software. That whenever they have a new profile released from the software itself, or you can manually tweak. Not an issue. So anyway, that's for the distortion part. But for now, it's just going to show you the sharpness at f2. I can see this back here, 2 and f4 is almost identical. It's like no changes. Okay, right there, happy there. Same thing to the corner also. Yeah, this lens perform like a star even from f2 wide open. Okay, you just don't see a lot of problem. Okay, you might see f4 it's a bit tad sharper, but it's already super sharp at f2 already. Okay, center, no need to say, is super sharp because this lens, like very good at the center. So the f2 you can use whole day and not a problem. Okay, this is at 28mm, then you can see the barrel. But let me show you the 70mm so you can see the difference. So 70mm is right there, this 70, and then right there. Okay, let me do side by side. Again, 2 stop difference, f2 and f4. So this one you might see that at 70mm, it's just not like this is called barrel, facing is barrel, but if you face me inwards, it's called pincushion. So pincushion means is the distortion is slightly go inwards from your point of view. So you can see is this one distortion here. So it's okay, nothing to be worried. Again, like I say, lens is round and sensor is square. How those like converge into one point is a lot of rocket science. So again, back to here, this is f2 and f4. Again, center, tag, sharp, and it's like almost identical. Of course, f4 will be tad sharper because of when you close out aperture by 2 stop, it will give you more sharpness. And even the corner, it's like just I mean, this picture, if I don't tell you it's f4 or f2, you just don't think there's any issue because it's just so tech sharp with this 2870 f2. I was just like very wow impressed. Okay, let's say what about some nighttime? Okay, more before I go to nighttime, let me do more. Okay, this was in Malacca. I was in Malacca at the Kota Air Formosa. Again, I'm sure if you've been to Kota Air Formosa, you will see this stone there actually lying on the wall, and this building has been there for like don't know how many 100 years. There's a lot of history there, so do feel free to go and check out. But just want to show you some image comparison again. F2 and F4 again. So center, no need to say, will be tech sharp, not a problem. Okay, there's a slight adjustment to the exposure because I didn't calculate correctly. But anyhow, it is just want to show you some sharpness. You can see the sharpness is, yeah, I would say F4 will be a tad sharper. But again, this F2 is totally like killing it, like totally usable, no problem, and you have no issues. So this is like a prime lens-ish with a zoom, something like that. So you have a multiple prime lens in one zoom, and the weight distribution is amazing. I was just like always like, yeah, mind blown with the weight distribution. Okay, then more example right here. Same thing. I like to do a lot of test shots. Okay, this one F2 F4 again, same thing. Then you can see right here 2 F4 same. Okay, center, no need to say, super sharp. Of course, you can see F4 will have a bit more depth of field, and everything from in and out, so it's like just, yeah, it eats out everything. So you can see all the details, very good. Even at the corner, same thing, they are super good. Okay, so this lens, like I said, it produces very faithful color, very true to details, like yeah, very original lah, basically. So you capture all the details, and there's no CA because I don't like CA, which added color into your pictures. No CA. So yeah, I mean, you don't really, so far I've been shooting for past few days, I don't see a big problem with CA against light or front light or also different lighting. Yeah, maybe in some extreme case they might see a bit there. I just don't see them anymore, especially from previously the 85 1.4 GM those last time I tested. Also, I don't see them much anymore, so it's very good lens. Okay, so I'm just impressed. Okay, let me do some night shots so you can see night shot here. Again, I slanted the whole thing so you can see how it's actually happened. So this F2 and F4, let me do side by side again. Yep, same thing, center, not a problem. Tech sharp, okay, center, not a problem. Okay, then corner, okay, maybe you can see a bit more. So you can see at the corner, a bit darker usually because of the vignetting. At the same time, yeah, then you can see there's slight haze into it slightly. Okay, but F4 will be sharper a bit. So this one show you a bit more how the detail actually works. Because daytime everything bright, you don't see a lot of problem, but now it's at nighttime, you can see a bit more. Okay, same thing at the corner. But again, totally is usable. I mean, if I don't tell you it's F2, it's like you just see that it's a very good lens. It's just so sharp. And even the track here, see, super detailed all the way corner to corner, and there's no chroma of the lighting issues. It's just so good. And then details, yeah. So okay, that's for some image quality testing here. Has been like wonderful. Alright, so moving on. Okay, let's go into the bokeh quality, because this lens, okay, I mean this 2870 f2 has 11 aperture blade. So let me go back to bokeh. Okay, so let me show you this one here. Okay, just to want to show you. Okay, this is at f2 and 2.8 f4 5.6. Okay, this is on I want to show you how the bokeh changes in terms of the round shape. Okay, one thing I want to highlight, you don't see a lot of onion ring in these pictures. Okay, you can see that there's no onion ring. Okay, not a lot, because again, like I mentioned, XA element found inside G Master lenses are very good to, they are very good and strong to suppress onion ring. So usually G Master lenses has a very smooth bokeh thanks to the XA element. Another thing I want to highlight is this lens actually quite a nice round bokeh all the way to the edges. You don't see a lot of lemon shape from some of the other lenses. So this one has a very good round bokeh all the way to the edges. Thankfully, because of the 86 filter thread, allows you to have a very nice big bokeh round shape. So if there's a let's say the front opening is a bit smaller, or in the front element smaller, you might have this lemon shape of bokeh, which is the suffer from the optical anything. But never mind, it's a bit technical in terms of physics trying to explain. But one thing I want to highlight is that because this one has an 11 aperture blade, so you can see, like I mentioned before, this is the f2, then 2.8, f4, and then 5.6. Okay, one thing you notice at 2.8, the bokeh still very round. Even to up to, let's say, f4, it's still considered quite round as well. See, very round shape. Only when you go into 5.6, then you see the round shape no more. See, this become more a bit hard edgy. So one of the benefit I want to highlight is with 11 aperture blade allows you to have a rounder bokeh, even you close down aperture by 2 stop. So compared to the lenses with less aperture blade, like let's say 9 or even 7 from last time, or some of the third-party lenses, so your aperture blade become like a bit more hard edgy. So with less aperture blade, you will see the bokeh ball become like this. Like this kind of shape. So this one actually quite good, quite smooth, quite nice and round. So combined with XA11 and the bokeh together, 11 aperture blade, yeah, it's a stellar performance. Next one I highlight is the autofocus performance. So again, I did test in the morning when I went up to my condo up there, and I just do some touch tracking. So I want to see how fast the camera actually tracks from front to back, front to back, front to back. I just like pushing it. I'm just keep pressing and pressing. Oops, sorry. I'm just keep pressing the screen from like all the different locations. Just want to see how well the camera tracks, because this lens has 4 XT linear motor. Okay, XT linear motor is the one of the best or possibly the most awesome thing that Sony created in lenses for autofocus performance, because autofocus in camera not just about how fast the camera actually scan and knowing where the item is, but you also need something from the lens itself to drive those lens inside to make the thing move to the location that you want and you focus. So the body communication as well as the lens communication both have to work very good together. This is why you need to stay on with our native Sony lenses, so that the lens and the body works well. And third party, they don't really understand all this information as well. So anyway, back to here is that XA11 is one of the best autofocus from Sony. It's like just like accurate, fast, and just tech sharp. It's just, yeah, press on it, it just go like that. So it won't be like hunt. It's just up and down, go there, go there, go there, go there. It's just very spot on. So with this 4x AC linear model, fast autofocus, and then it's like in instant, and track it well and sharp. So you can see I use the Lego on the desk there, so you can see how I am just touching the screen, and you can see the focus. Also, I'm sure you've seen some of the video I did before and photo that we're having this using this lens for portrait session. Again, photo will be tech sharp. You focus and you go into the eyeball, very good. Especially, let me go back to some of the pictures just now. Some of the random shots. Again, some of the shots I shot before, for like let's say for close up, even close up, and you still focus. Oh, sorry, you focus on the eyeball. Yeah, tech sharp. Okay, it's like right there. Okay, you focus on the eyeball, so it's like just every shots. Okay, the lens focus knowing well where is it and tracks, and it focus very good. So this is all tech sharp. You see, focus on the eyeball, same thing. Yeah. So this is all some of the portrait session I just did past few days ago with this lens. So this is a close-up shot. You can see it's focus on the eyeball and focus on the eyeball. So it's tech sharp. Okay, and even the full body shots like this, focus on it. It's focus on the eyes. So yeah, the autofocus has been like very, very good. And you see, focus on eyeball again, and same thing. Yeah, and same thing. So this is some of the portrait session that I did with this 2870. So you're having one lens, but you have these two looks at the same time, because you can zoom. And having this f2 aperture, you still having this nice background separation. So this was S66, okay, and this is a 28. So you can see how you can instantly having two looks at the same time from one position. Same thing as well as this 70. And then this is 28. So you having one lens that covers two, very big focal length there. And then this is a wide shot. At the same time, with the 70 you can close up. So again, with the f2 allows you to have this nice background separation. And this is actually good separation because you are not losing the details, you are not creating all the CA problem, and it's nice, straightforward on camera, image quality. Yeah, back to this 28. So there you have it. This is with the 2870 in terms of the autofocus with the very good details. Alright, with this lens, with this 2870, it actually can focus down to 38 centimeters. So this one actually focus quite close. So because thanks to this floating focus mechanism design found in this lens. Okay, not sure if you know, some of the lenses from Sony, especially all the new one these days. Okay, hold on. Okay, right there. Let me put back the lens. Okay, so with this, sometimes if you hold on to the lens from some of the Sony lenses that you hold, especially the mix of G and G master lenses. So what I'm going to demonstrate here is, okay, let me turn off my face section. So it's just hold the lens. Okay, if you do like this, up and down, up and down. Okay, this lens has no stabilizer. There's no stabilization in this unit, but you feel that something is moving. Okay, you feel like something up and down, like just keep moving. Yeah, don't worry. This is nothing to be worried. It's not like something is broken. This lens has the floating focus mechanism design, so it allows the okay, back to my eyeball again. So it allows the lens to focus closer, and it also allows because of this new design. So it has this new optics design thing as well. So basically is that it can somehow allow you to shoot anything from minimum to maximum, which is close to far. If it has a very good details, one thing. At the same time, allow you to shoot closer with this floating focus mechanism. So at this 38 cm for entire zoom range, so you have the 0.23x magnification. So it has a very good magnification, so you can shoot quite close up. And so you can see this some of the picture here that they're actually taken. Okay, so these are how close you can get with this lens to shoot minimum distance. So you can get some nice flower of your, let's say if you like to shoot some flower, you can see how nice is the background separation for the flower shot. Okay, same thing. All this shot here is at the minimum distance of focus, so you can see how is the shot taken. So having this minimum distance, you can shoot closer to your subject. So of course, this is not like a real macro lens. A macro lens would require a 1:1 magnification. This is only around 0.23x. It's okay, but it's still good enough for you to do some close-up. Okay, but not like those real macro, which is a very close like one magnification. But there's a different story. But for now, this is a good close-up, and yeah. So you feel something is moving, but actually don't worry, it's very safe. In terms of the video side, actually this lens, when I tested, I was actually quite surprised how well the lens already suppressed in terms of the focus breathing. Not sure if you know what is focus breathing. Okay, focus breathing means that whenever you focus in normal, in the video, whenever you do focusing from let's say from your close to far, and you see the edge of frame changes. Whenever you're focusing something from minimum to maximum, which is the closest or the furthest, you see that the frame change big or small. Because whenever you do focusing, it's like you feel like zooming a bit. This is called focus breathing, and it's very commonly issues on a lot of the DSLR last time all the way until now mirrorless, especially mirrorless that the lens were made for photo in mind. So a lot of these issues with focus breathing, but this lens optically already well suppressed. So if you see the video that I'm actually putting into the screen now, you can see that optically it's already very good. I don't need to turn on the focus breathing, but it's already quite good. But once I turn on the focus breathing, it's even better. It's like, of course, this is created by Sony and it only works with Sony native lenses. If you want to use this feature, you must buy Sony lenses because third-party lenses wouldn't support this breathing compensation. So you can see how well it's actually suppressed to do the focus breathing. So basically, from front to back, everything is the same, but it doesn't change the size of the frame. It's still same. So that's the benefit of the focus breathing. breathing, but it will still crop a bit. So depending on the mode you choose, so if you turn on the focus breathing, you will have a bit of crop, a slight crop. You see like maybe a 1-2%, not a big one on this lens. And then, but depending on whether you're using stabilization, you turn on off, which is no stabilization, or you turn on, which is a sensor stabilization, which is a 5-axis sensor. And then if you turn on active is actually sensor stabilization plus electronic, which is there will be a crop of the image to calculate of the image movement. It gives you a stronger stabilization, but you crop the image. Then the last one is the dynamic active, so you crop even more. Then on top, you still have a focus breathing. So in this video, I'm sure you can see how it actually affected with this different part. Alright, so this is with the focus breathing part. And then next on is flare and ghosting. Actually, I went down to my house there at night time. Just want to find a spotlight somewhere, but I couldn't find a spotlight. I find a street light on the street. So again, just want to see how well the lens perform under this condition, because if you have a direct source light, one source of light directly to the lens and in a dark location, so you can see how well the lens create a lens flare. So I putting the lens against the light and I move around the angle. You can see how the lens flare created around the images. I need to turn around to find it. Where is it? Because the lens flare only comes at certain angle. Even while you're watching right now, there's this part here. This is actually a bit of lens flare, but I also try to adjust in a way that create a bit less. So with this 2870 f2, this G Master, it has the NANO AR Coating Mark II, which is our latest AR coating to reduce internal lens reflection, also the lens flare. So you can see in the video, it's not like very huge lens flare. Compared to older lens last time, it will have a lot of problem because there's a lot of glass inside. When the light's hitting through all the glasses, it create the lens reflections. So with the NANO AR Coating Mark II, it reduces the lens flare. So it gives you a clearer overall quality images, even though it's like the light source is directly hitting the lens itself. Even the same picture that I show you just now at the tree that the light shining through with the sun, you still get to see the tree, but only one small part with the light. This is how awesome it is with the NANO AR Coating Mark II, because it allows you to have a clearer images, even though there's a strong light source hitting the lenses. Alright. So that's all my sharing with all the different features with this particular lens. I think this has been quite a lengthy video, but of course there's more to come. So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to show you some of the sample images with this that taken with this lens, and then hopefully you enjoy this video, and also putting on some of the sample footages as well together to put in. So hope you enjoy this, and I'm Han again from Sony Malaysia. So this is my 3 days or 3 to 4 days work to put together, a bit lengthy, but I hope you enjoy this. How this lens that really awesome lens to have. Is like, oh my god, I'm feeling like I'm gonna get one as well. Yeah. But this maybe in future I need to save a bit more. Yeah, but I really loving this. It's like I never felt I would love a zoom lens again, because I usually a prime shooter. I own a lot of different primes on my own. I got a 51.2 GM, I got the 85.4 GM Mark II, and all the GM lenses in prime. I got a lot of prime lens, but I never felt a zoom lens that is so awesome. And yeah, I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, and the weight, like I said, amazing. Trust me, whenever you get the chance to try this, this is 980 gram. I mean on specs, but you don't feel like 980. I don't know where the weight gone. It's like disappear. I mean, maybe you put on a scale it's 918, but when you hold and I don't feel it's 980. I just feel like 600 something, 700 something. It's like the weight is very well distributed. It doesn't stay at one spot. It's just like very well distributed. So this weight thing is super crazy, and I'm thinking to get this so easy to use and one zoom lens for all, and combine with my 85. Wow, this is like all in wonders. Yeah, but anyhow, Yeah, I love a lot. So I'm gonna play out some photo and video, and yeah, thank you for watching this video, and hope you enjoy it, and see you next time in our future activity and the workshop, as well as more video coming for all this kind of sharing. Thank you very much. I'm Han from Sony Malaysia. Go in, movement, go in. Forward, backwards, forwards, backwards. Okay. Backwards, forward. Yeah. I think work straight is very fine. Straight, very good. As long as I don't have a big movement. Yo. Out. Out. OK， 看肩膀啊。放在胸前，啊，这样子啊，对。OK， 然后身体慢慢转回去，这边啊，对，这样子。OK， 可以。漂亮。抬个半身，脚翘。OK， 看地上。可以，哎，这好。啊 ，OK， 有，看地上，哎，好的，看你的肩膀，对了，对，不错。Alrighty, so I just thought of something fun and want to show you what is the looks like in terms of 49 minutes of video editing. So you can see all the orange part here is like, you know, there's a subtitle, and then there's some words on top of each scene. Basically, some scene have multiple information stacked on top. On the information is all here. So let's say like what aperture, what shutter speed, explanation, what details, and what not is all up here. And then these are the different layers of 4K video all here, of different angle of video, and also actual camera, my talking head video, as well as the actual video and footages. And there are stuff that actually recorded from another camera or another computer, then come in here. So like Autofocus Ninja file also inside here. Yeah, just want to show you something fun. So you can go in. So a bit sluggish here because it's loading. This part here is the first part video, and then if you see at the back here, and this is the second part video. Second part video actually took longer than the first part, but I think around 2 weeks for the whole thing lah. For these 2 videos, it takes 2 weeks lah. So just want to show you the fun of it in terms of video editing. You see the multiple layers, and my editing is not fancy. I'm just very raw and straight, but to the point, and then details. So different layers, sound effect, and then same thing, different layers, sound effect. It looks like very small here, but if you do go in, if you go in a bit more, then you can see like a tiny details. So let's say I go to back here, like all the tiny details. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's the life of video editing. Yeah, so I have to one by one stack on top of each other and get to this end result. So you can see some of the footage and photo video. Yeah, so that's it. Enjoy.